that the will of the people is represented by the Indian government that's won election after election, and therefore they have the electoral mandate to carry out the reforms they were voted for. When you were in power, letters are being brought out to say that you wanted APMCs to go, you wanted farmers to be able to get better prices by selling directly to private organizations. Now it's your hypocrisy that stands exposed. Pawan Khera, opening comments.
Rahul, the fact that laws from time to time need reforms is not something which can be debated. Obviously, with times, situations evolve, and of course, reforms are a must. But to attack the very foundation of MSP, to attack the very foundation of government procurement, to have no system in place wherein the government will be able to monitor who is buying which crop for how much and how much crop is being bought, is not what we had proposed. And I remember I was in government then, when we delisted fruits and vegetables, the government of India, which was the UPA government, took 16 state governments into confidence, built a consensus, and then delisted fruits and vegetables. There is a way of doing things in a federal structure. You can't just bring in ordinances in the middle of a pandemic. What is the hurry? The stakeholders, forget all of us, the farmers themselves. If the stakeholders are not happy, you are unable to persuade them, you are unable to persuade Bharatiya Kisan Sangh, which is an RSS affiliate, you are unable to persuade Akali Dal, which was your age-old ally. Don't argue with us. Forget us. We are incidental. To say that, अरे सब मोदी जी के खिलाफ है, सब मोदी जी क्या छुई मुई हैं कि उनके खिलाफ भी कोई नहीं जा सकता, कोई मोदी जी के खिलाफ नहीं, सब किसानों के साथ खड़े. Now, if Modi ji wants to translate everything as Modi versus the rest, I mean that's the megalomaniac way of looking at it. We are all standing with the farmers. Okay,
you're saying we're not against the government as much as we are with the farmers, but the government again and again, Saurabh Bhardwaj, citing the hypocrisy of the opposition. On the 23rd of November this year, the Delhi government notified one of the central farm laws, the Farmers Produce Trade Commerce Promotion and Facilitation Ordinance 2020. According to the Aam Aadmi Party government's officials, was notified by your government. Now, ironically, you want all three laws to go. What's changed between end November and now when you notified these laws?
Yes, thank you, Rahul, that you have taken up this debate. It is very important. And an act which is passed by the parliament, because you are quite learned, Anchor, you'll know, once it is signed by the president, it is not within the state's power to notify it or not notify it. Otherwise, the farmers of Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana would have been happy that their government will not notify it and it will not become an act. So it is already there. So it is just a kind of a confusion which is being spread by BJP. And why I am not questioning Congress is because Congress is not in power. Today, it is the BJP in power, and saying that opposition is playing politics. I think this is what opposition is supposed to do. When I learned civics in class 9th, I got to know that it is the primary duty of opposition to raise the issues of the people. Now, there are two choices. As a party, as a politician, I have. Either I do the politics of Ambani's or Adani, or I do the politics of farmers, Dalits, downtrodden, common man, labor. We choose the latter, and we are very proud of it. So I think saying that I think with the obsession that Modi ji versus everything, I think it's an obsession. Nobody is against him, and nobody cares about him. You know, it is against the government, and we don't like it. And I think if we talk about hypocrisy, I think whenever we talk about hypocrisy, double talk, I think we talk about BJP as well. Because when Congress was pushing these farm reforms, the so-called reforms, the BJP was against it. So all the ministers of BJP, the central government, or their pravaktas here should explain their hypocrisy as well.